Alright, okay, hey, what's up? I'm playing Switch Galaxy Ultra today. It is a game released on Steam for about $8. I think it's on sale. I think it's more expensive than that usually. I don't remember. I do remember because I saw it in the loading screen that this game apparently is supporting a bunch of sick kids or dying kids or orphans or some shit. I don't know, I don't care. I really hate advertising in the beginning of a game that I paid for. Whatever. I didn't pay for it, so I don't care. But if you care about that kind of thing, I'm gonna mention it because you don't want to spend money on a game and then have to see a bunch of like little sick kid stuff, right? Whatever. So we're gonna get into it. This game is pretty good in the sense that it's not real complicated. You kind of grasp what's going on right away. You can probably guess just by looking at it right now what you're doing. It involves those tracks that you see. These are tracks right here. Oh good, my cursor's working. Cool. So yeah. You take these you take these tracks from closer to your screen to farther from your screen, and that's the whole game. You just got to go from here to over there and then repeat over and over, progressively faster. And I guess you play as I don't know actually. I didn't read this last time. Heart of the gambling inclined galaxy, where the rich go to get poor and the poor go to get the rich. Huh. This place is hot and thumping and throbbing, and inside many a heartbeat of the alien equivalent is doing like... Who wrote this? Pick an egg. Oh man, I'm glad I didn't read this before. Ugh. What is this? Fucking font. Like, I hate when people use like 3 different fonts on a single comic page. It drives me nuts. I don't think Lex Luthor's too happy about it either. Are we Lex? Is that us? I don't know. I'm gonna skip this again. If you buy the game, you can check it out. I don't care though. We'll enable the tutorial.
The EV has been outfitted with a new galactic map screen. Take a few moments to get a feel for it.
I couldn't hear the voices when I didn't have my headset in. I was playing with the speakers. And I could only hear the music. I thought she was speaking gibberish. I didn't realize she was actually voice acted. It sounds so much worse.
You need to move your cursor over to the Fiox. Select the Fiox, and you'll notice a panel giving you details about the city and how much tantalum you need in order to travel there.
Tantalum? Spider parts?
As you progress, your route will turn green on the map. If you break the record, then that route will turn gold, and you'll earn a bonus.
Earn the bonus. You'll earn the bonus.
You mean, am I paying attention?
Exactly.
I hate her nose so bad. I hate it.
Some cities in the galaxy have a high tantalum cost. So, if you don't have enough when you reach them, just head somewhere else until you have enough to progress.
Okay.
When you are ready to try the...
Alright, let's do it. I'm gonna play with keyboard. You can play it with an Xbox 360 controller, but I don't recommend it. It's trash doing it that way. Hurts.
All the relevant information you need to know, such as bonus times and records. As you progress through the galaxy, you'll be able to upgrade it to your advantage.
Alright. We have no money, so... This music sounds a lot better up close.
Listen up, Vince. I know you don't
Hell
need
yeah.
to show you the ropes, but rules are rules.
Rules are rules. What are they?
If you paid attention in your training, you'd remember the hood of the Eevee.
Hood.
I saw you sleeping, so we'll
I
go
saw you
over it
sleeping.
again.
Hot shingles in your area.
I wasn't sleeping. I was preparing my temple-like body for the grueling mission ahead.
Really, Vince? Okay, so you'll see your timer on the top left. This shows your current time for the level. right, you can see your credit counter. Always nice to see that filling up. And Vince, remember to visit the shop to get some upgrades. They will really help you on your travels. Your barrier pass counter runs along the top. This indicates how many barrier passes you have left.
Oh, okay. No wonder he was falling asleep. Oh, I could press Alt to brake. Interesting.
Okay,
Interesting.
now on to the highway. Get going and I'll tell you about everything as we head on out.
Maybe I should put this keyboard on my lap. Try to not... Oh, my donuts! Donuts are in the way, dude. Oh, get over here. Fucking keyboard. There we go. I need it to be a little bit easier to access. There's a lot of reflex involved here. Because I didn't bother learning shit when I did a little test run of this earlier. It reminds me a lot of F-Zero.
The run to the Vux is very easy, Vince. We've
Very
problems
easy,
with rogue
Vince.
asteroids lately, so watch out for broken sections of the track as they slow you down.
Rogue
So,
asteroids.
if you can, avoid them.
Are they lovable rogue asteroids? This is something I'm having trouble with. Like, I have trouble telling whether I've passed an obstacle or not. So I think my ship keeps clipping just like the very edge of a lot of the barriers. But maybe I won't run into that problem this time.
These are lane pushers.
Lane
Sometimes
pushers.
the highways have to bend and turn to avoid dark matter.
Bend and turn.
And other time rogue asteroids smash the lanes into pieces. These gently push you to safety and stop you from drifting off into space.
Gently isn't in my vocab.
Neither is consent. Alright. I don't think I've ever been touched by a lane pusher. I've been worried they'd slow you down or something. Oh good. Voice acting's over. So I try to look ahead on the track to see where I have to go. And right now it's not a problem, but you'll see a little bit later how the obstacles sort of blend. It's kind of weird. I changed the graphics a little bit to try
Hell
to...
yeah. Goal time achieved. Hey, Aimer.
Hell
You
yeah!
got anything a bit more challenging?
Shut up.
You could always try an ascension, but well done, Vince.
Assassin? You could always try an assassin. What's an assassin, man?
Welcome to the Vux, Vince, and congratulations on completing your first run. We've just given you access to the Cure shipyard.
The cure.
So, go ahead and buy your first density upgrade, which stops you slowing down too much if you hit something.
Stops you slowing down too much. I don't want to buy that though. Maybe I shouldn't have enabled the tutorial because bang me into it. I'm not gonna buy anything else. We'll see what I need based upon the needs of the thingies we encounter.
Keep your eye out for these, Vince. They will fill up your boost gauge.
You will feel it up. Feel it up. Fill it up, Vince. Fill it up. Do it for her. Fill it up. 10 out of 10 voice acting though. I gotta use my boost more often because it's... Or I gotta upgrade it, but I don't wanna. The dexterity bonus is good if...
Credits, Vince, and you can buy some upgrades for the Eevee. Buy new ship skins, or check out some of our other prototype ships. That is, if you have any credits left after visiting Bakara.
Okay, so anyway, if you're playing with controller, I do recommend the dexterity bonus. Things, upgrades, whatever.
Oh yeah, Baccarat. That was an interesting visit. Remind me not to pick a fight with something that sits on its fists.
It seems like the ideal thing to pick a fight with. You can parry and kick its ass. Almost fucked it up. Again. Almost. Really close. Really close to messing it all up. Dang it, I missed it. Really wanted to pick that boost up. Probably should have saved that boost actually. I always like the boost in the gates, but it's, or not gates, but whatever. More points, I guess. Oop, shit. Alright. The difficulty likes to spike up right before you get to your destination, which I think makes sense. I think there's probably a good fluff reason for that, because it kind of represents the defenses, I guess, of where you're going. I'll just jump ahead. I didn't actually pay a lot of attention to the maps.
This is a barrier, Vince.
Barrier,
I've seen a lot
Vince.
of these. They come in red, blue, yellow, and green.
Red,
The
blue,
hell of them
yellow,
always
and green.
attacks the highways as ships that use them have to
Ships.
bypass us. As you are in a Dakior ship, they only slow you down if you hit them. So don't.
So don't. So here is where the barriers start to be an issue. And it's not really that they're the barriers that are the problem, but it's the palette of the game that's the problem. And the overlapping isn't being an asshole yet, but when you start getting the camera to be a little bit more level with the track, it's harder to tell what's coming up. Which maybe is just part of the difficulty of the game, but I just find it annoying. Like, I really feel like the colors aren't different enough. You know what I mean? The yellow's not too bad, because it's got a big old beacon on it like that, but I don't know. Oops, missed the boost. Got it this time. Yeah, I haven't used brakes yet. Probably a mistake. But I feel like I work so hard to go fast, you know? I don't want to I don't want to spend or lose any of my time on that shit. Damn it. Damn it. See, I always feel like I can make those last couple ones. And I can't do it.
Vince, we kinda wanted the ship back in one piece, you know.
Yeah, kid, but I wanted to test the strength of this trans steel.
Trans steel, you say? Alright. Should be getting a little tougher now.
Vince, I see you've collected enough to outfit your ship with it.
Oh. There we go. Did I buy a purple one? No, I didn't buy anything. Okay, good. I didn't want to buy. I want to be forced, jewed into a new skin. And I'm perfectly happy being this color. Since I don't even like this ship, you know? I always slam into them sideways like that. I always think I'm like, oh yeah, I've clearly passed that, and just smash right into it. Maybe it's just bad reaction on my part. I don't know. The only time you can be sure is when it's fully off the screen, right? But see there, like that. When I did it all the way to the right like that, that's one of those times where I would have fucked it up usually. Would have smacked into one of those barriers trying to get over to the right real quick. At least the game moves fast enough that it's hard to like really complain at length about something that is, I guess, thousands of miles behind you now. Damn it.
Sleeping on the job, Vince?
Will be, if you want to go through any more training manuals.
I really should not have the tutorial. I would recommend not having the tutorial on when you play this, because the little pop-ups are so distracting. I wish I wouldn't have missed the boost. I hit a barrier, didn't I? Almost hit one again. God damn it. Fuck. I hate losing my boost. I'm trying to save it. Fuck. Ah, god damn it. I keep thinking I have it and I don't. Only got 2 out of 10 for that. No go. We'll just push ahead until the Tyrannosaurus parts becomes an issue.
We've taken the liberty to upload a new feature to Eevee's OS. You can now buy barrier passes, which you can access through galaxy.net. Buy a red barrier pass, as you will need it for the next level.
Okay. Well, I think I had this problem the last time too, is that you can't move on from this point in the game. Like, I can't escape or enter or move. It just hangs right here. Now, I know that if I exit the game and come back, it'll work. But I feel like that's a huge problem that needs to be fixed, patched, whatever. And it's really, I don't know. I feel like if I close the game, I don't really want to come back to it. Like, it's okay. It's passable. It's a good way to waste some time. But I wonder, like, maybe it's, you play this game for a certain amount of time and then it just hangs up and doesn't let you play. But this was the same part I got hung up last time at. and that's how I got through it, was closing it and coming back in. But, you know, I don't really think this game warrants even the sale price, really. It's okay, but I don't know, there's a couple little issues. You don't really get into them so much in the earlier stages, but later on, the barrier colors, the pickups that take care of the barriers, like the barrier passes that you're talking about here, they're the same color as the barriers that they knock out, which I guess makes sense. I mean, corresponding or whatever. But I really hate that, because sometimes when I'm far enough away on the track, it looks like that those are the barriers themselves, and I'll miss the pass that I paid for, you know? And that's frustrating. Or the yellow ones, the yellow barrier passes, they look like the money. So I skip them a lot of the time because I think that they're the money, and they're not. I feel like the money's bait, you know? Having boosts and money right before a barrier is bait, so you smash into the barrier. And so I don't pick them up, not realizing sometimes that I'm missing out on a barrier pass that I need. So that's frustrating. The only other frustrating thing is, you know, the whole game is lateral movement, essentially. I mean, granted, you're moving forward for progression, but the only controls that you really have are left and right. And I really hate not being fully aware of how big the ship is, I guess, or where the hitbox is, because I tend to just smash sideways into the barriers. I didn't do it so much this time, but it happened a lot when I was playing on my own, and I really didn't like it. It felt like an unnecessary punishment, because the only safe way to get past a barrier is to have it all the way off the screen, but by that time you're already like a ship length and a half away from it. For me, by the time I can make that reaction, once something's off the screen and then I can have the reaction, I'm already a ship length and a half probably past it. So, and you can test that too. Like, you can test what your reaction speed is if you find a whole series of barriers. Each barrier seems to be about a ship length apart or so. So when you get past the first one, just be like, I'm going to tap left or right into the walls after I pass the first one. Then you can see how long it takes you. You know, I mean, I guess you would have to record it to count the number of barriers, but it's like usually 2 barriers. It's really stupid. I hate it. I thought it was maybe a dexterity thing, both my own manual dexterity and the dexterity stat in the game. The manual dexterity was somewhat compensated for by my lovely, lovely keyboard, a little mechanical, sexy thing. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would recommend this game for $8. I mean, that's a sale price too. Like, this is the kind of game I would recommend for like $2 at most, and that's pushing it to me. Like, I don't know. Okay, so I have sort of a conservative, you know, game valuing system. So maybe like a $4 or $5 game on Steam. But I don't know. I feel like I've even gotten like a physical $5 game with more to offer than this. So I don't know. The music's okay. I don't care about music though. Voice acting's horrendous in a good way though. I can't say that I would recommend it, really. I guess it's not really a rhythm game either, because you're not listening for audio cues. You could play this on mute, no problem. It would detract immensely from the atmosphere, I think, and I do like that it ramps up and it has a higher tempo to kind of get you in the zone for it. I really appreciate that, because it's so twitchy, this game, that having a suitable tempo soundtrack is really important for me, just to get into it, because you really have to focus, you really have to not blink, you really have to not be distracted by the little tooltips and tutorial shit. So if you turn off the tutorial and that turns off the banter, I think that'll be really helpful. But yeah, I don't think this is a game that's worth getting, especially with the bugs that it has and the control issues that I've been having with it. And I really do think it's control issues. So yeah. You know, thanks for the gift and everything, but no thanks. I don't think I'll play this again. See ya.